Hey everyone, we are back again. I know it's feels like everything's been knocking me down here lately, but Christmas is over. I'm gonna head do a couple little errands. I've been sick for it feels like a while now, but it's been a week or so. So I haven't got a whole lot done. Holiday season, all the jazz. We're getting back on it here now though, so I was able to take advantage of a Boxing Day sale. My buddy Thino hooked me up at Mopac. So we're gonna go pick up all the electronics. We got the Terminator and the Pro Screen, Pro Dash, I guess you'd call it. We're gonna go grab that from him, and then I gotta do a little bit of run to my other garage, grab my engine stand, kind of get all that ready to go. And yeah, come along for the ride. First, we got to keep the big guy happy. Thank you very much.
But I knew she was getting.
And we're here. So, buddy.
What's up, dog?
Here you go.
Oh, gracias.
Been busy here?
Yeah, today's slammed.
Nice. Appreciate you hooking me up on that Terminator for the Blazer. We got her all ready to go here.
Got the X-Max and then the 6.8 Pro Dash.
Cool. I think that should look pretty good in there.
Oh, we have a nice 3D piece for the bezel.
Yeah. I'll have to print something for that, yeah. We'll figure that out. Alright, got her all tucked in. Also forgot to mention I picked up a SFI flywheel for her, or flex plate I suppose would be the correct term for the Blazer. So we got that all ready to go, and then just got my other intake manifold for the Chevelle I got to go drop off at the other garage and pick up my engine stand so we can get the engine going. So things are happening, folks. Okay, that's pretty much a wrap. Just at the garage here, grabbing a couple things. Got the camshaft for the Blazer, and obviously dropped off some stuff. Still got the flex plate and the Holley and stuff back there, and then you can just see right there we've got the engine stand. So I'll get that back to the house and start getting that all assembled. I've got the 4L80. This one actually, it was a stock one that I picked up that was working, and I swapped it into my Chevelle and actually went on Miles of Mayhem with this transmission. It worked fine. It was just bone stock. I wasn't running like crazy power. Originally, I had planned to take my Nova on Miles of Mayhem, and I just didn't have all my ducks in a row. It was a busy season, so I didn't have time to work on it, and that didn't end up happening. So I took the Chevelle instead and just went, like, not very fast, honestly. I can't remember, like probably high sixes I think was my best run in the 8. And that was with stock converter as well. So the biggest thing was I couldn't 60 foot at all, couldn't get it up on the turbo at all. So the mile per hour was decent, but the 60 foot was seriously lacking. So, and plus it was a stock transmission, so I wasn't trying to rotate the earth or anything with it. So it is set up as a 2-wheel drive right now. They're fairly easy to swap over. I'm going to be tearing this one down completely, having everything out of it. I'll show you guys that. So I'm not too worried about switching the output shaft. At least I know that this is a good working one. Like, everything was fine with the valve body. It was just that it smoked the second gear clutches from too much power. So not a big deal. I'll go through, replace all that. The Jake Stage 3, I'll have to pull it up and see exactly what it comes with, but basically it's just a dual feed. It's got billet input, billet hub. You can add a couple clutches in for certain gears, and then that's pretty much it. They don't need a whole lot to be pretty stout. And so, like I say, that one that I've had in the Chevelle, which is going to be the same as this one, except 2-wheel drive, it's 40,000 kilometers. I've had it at 1,000 wheel. That car's ran 9.7 at 140, I think it was 144 miles an hour in the quarter on like 18-inch rims that I drive it with every day. Foot braking it kind of thing. So there's a lot of potential in it. It's good horsepower, but I use that car more for just driving around all the time and maybe a little bit of roll racing when I feel like it. So it doesn't really need anything too crazy, and that Stage 3 has been working great in it. So figure I'll do that again for the Blazer, and it should be good. So yeah, I guess that's the other thing that we should talk about. So I know that I'd said that it was going to be naturally aspirated to begin with, and that I wanted to make 500 wheel horsepower. And kind of the more I got thinking about it, I don't know if our dyno's stingy or if it's just, the 4L80 stealing a bunch of power, yada. But I've never made 500 wheel out of like a basic 6-liter through an automatic on that dyno. So when I happened to be tuning a customer's 70 Chevelle wagon that he LT four swapped with a Whipple, kind of got talking to him and was telling him about the build, and he happened to have an LSA blower that came off his Cadillac years ago, I guess. Apparently it came off the car when it had 4,000 kilometers on it, and he was willing to kind of make a pretty decent deal, just basically trading some skills. So he's got a bunch of cars that him and a buddy work on, and so I'm going to be tuning those for them, and so now we have an LSA blower. It's just a 1.9, it's completely stock. Like, I don't think it even ever had an isolator done on it, or a 10-volt pulley or anything. Like, it's a stock snout, I believe. So we're just gonna be putting that in like bone stock, you know, like stock boost and everything. So probably like 8 to 9 psi, and that should get our 500 wheel horsepower goal. And then obviously there's a little bit of room to turn it up when we want, or later on, you know, if we start outgrowing that blower, we could always swap to the 2650 that we spoke about earlier.